Hi, welcome to Sports Minds, where all roads lead to sports and we talk ball every season. We are your hosts, Legendarius, Hashmaster Z, and Philthy. What
Yee!
it do, baby? We episode 23. It's Michael Jordan. It's not LeBron, it's MJ. Episode 23, all right?
The MJ episode. I love it.
And I take it
You
personally.
know what? I was late to the party, but I know it was already talked about out of the chat, but I finally started that Netflix show Quarterback. Highly
Fire.
recommended documentary show. Pick three quarterbacks,
Yep.
follow them. Season one, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota. Who am I missing? Patrick Mahomes. Season
Patrick
two already got
Mahomes, bro.
renewed. So if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Fire.
I want to ask you guys,
Fire.
since you guys have already seen it, I didn't finish the series. I have two episodes left, but I have to ask you guys because I already have the question. It was clear. Um, do the Vikings hate Kirk Cousins? And I only say that because you see the episode where he's like continuously getting beat. You see him get taken down by freaking Payne on a tackle. His ribs are fucked, and Payne's like, "Oh, you good?" But the whole episode was after that was him just getting dinged up, and you already see him get dinged up anyways before the show. And I'm just thinking he's been a Viking for how many seasons, and there's been no investment in the offensive line. So I just want to see, like, do you guys think the Vikings actually hate Kirk Cousins? Like, what's going on there? No effort
I
to
think
focus on the line.
I, you know, it's funny you say that because you could just watch. Like, you might as well just ask if Cincinnati hate Joe Burrow, right? So I just think in this situation, sometimes front offices are just not that good at finding offensive linemen, and they build their teams from the outside in versus inside out. So that's why you have these crazy brutal hits on your quarterback, and it's like, well, we'd rather not have that happen, but we have an offensive coach. Hopefully, we can find the right offensive pieces on the line and protect our guy. But that's just my 2 cents. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say they hate him. I just think they just can't build.
yeah. I mean, there's only so many good offensive linemen out there, so it's basically what you put your value in. Obviously, they gave Dalvin Cook the bag earlier, and then Justin Jefferson. They had Thielen, so they just didn't invest in it, and they got Hawkinson too. So can't please everybody, but I will say I gained more respect for Mahomes. He talks that shit, man. I love it.
I, you know, I,
I really
exactly.
like that.
You're trash. You're trash. I was like, oh, okay, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I knew he talks trash, but I didn't know it was like that. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't know he constantly cheats. And I
yeah,
was like, oh, okay. Like, and that's literally what people want in their quarterback, right? Not some like, no offense to Andrew Luck, but like, complimenting after getting a sack, like, oh, nice hit, dude. Yeah. Like, no, talk that talk, bro. Like, you're the best athlete on this field. That's how you got to think about it. And Patrick Mahomes, he believes he's the best on the planet, so he talks like it.
yeah.
Well, he is the best quarterback on the planet. Let me just get that straight right there.
I do like how he immediately comes correct, though. I think it was episode one of those early episodes, but there was a bit when, like, the defense was coming at him, and he's like, "Oh, I try to talk nice to the guys because you never know, man. Subconsciously or consciously, they could be trying to take me out, finish the job. So I just thank them. It's just like, oh, good hit, 5-5. Oh, good job 4-5. Oh, thanks, dog. Oh, good hit, dog. Like that shit was killing me.
Yeah.
But I feel like they did a good job humanizing Marcus Mariota. Like, I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
I don't feel bad for him or anything like that, but I just think, like, damn, like his work ethic, learning the playbook, his wife is so down for him. He just wants to, like, be a good football player, even though, like, he clearly fucks up. He just gets too in his head. But I just like how
yeah,
they humanize him. It's cool to. I like that they highlighted a quarterback that's kind of lower tier versus just focusing on
the
superstar quarterbacks.
superstars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as well. And yeah, it
and
is
I think
crazy like seeing like a couple of those like games where it's just like game on the line, fumble. It's like, oh damn, Mariota, bro.
yeah, yeah, bro. Like
Seriously.
it was hard to watch, but like not in a bad way. It's just the fact that now I got to know him better, and you're like, damn, man, I'm rooting for you, but it's like, fuck, you know.
Yeah,
Uh, and then it just shows on how I think the quarterback did a good job as far as like showing how hard it really is to be in the NFL. You know, you can work hard, you can study hard all you want, and honestly, it just sometimes just comes down to, are you good enough? And
Yeah,
unfortunately, for some people, they you know they're just okay, or no.
facts.
But I will say I do not appreciate the job. All the camera time Brittany Mahomes is getting. Jesus Christ, like she just ruins the
Bruh,
scene for me. But I didn't know she was that legit with soccer. I didn't know she was a part owner either. So that was cool to know. Other than that, get off my TV.
Oh, come on, dude. Let's part owner. Like, let's not act like that's her accomplishment. She's like, Pat, let me use some of that 500 million. And
Oh yeah, for sure. We know how she got it. I just didn't know she was that down for soccer. Like she got to play she played in New Zealand or whatever the fuck. Like that's pretty cool. I didn't know she was
yeah,
that dedicated. I'll say that.
yeah.
Anyways, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's actually worth seeing. Pretty fun to do, as you get ready for your NFL drafts. Moving on, I have to say, officially, welcome to Major League Soccer, Lionel Messi. You got the game-winning goal versus Cruz Azul 2-1. It was actually pretty cool to see. Everyone was pretty much clamoring for that moment. And it happened, and it was cool, man. That's why you watch soccer. But I wanted to especially highlight Prize Picks. You guys are some slick motherfuckers. I enjoy the site for what it is. You guys screwed me over a couple times, but hey, I get it. You slick motherfuckers. I didn't do it, but they had a Messi prop on us, him scoring a goal. Obviously, he scored the goal. And I just want to applaud Price Picks for their loophole because they have a loophole where he was actually a DNP because he didn't start the game. And they legit were not budging. They're not paying everyone. They have a lot of unhappy people pissed off in the Discord. I'm loving it. That shit is funny as hell.
yep, shout out to those loopholes. Gotta
Wow,
love it.
that sounds hella illegal to do.
It was wild because I was confused. Well, because they were going off in the Discord, and I was like, yeah, he clearly played. And then they were like spamming the hell. And then the Admiral legit was like, well, he didn't start, so it's a DMP. And then they posted the rules. I was like, damn, you guys are some slick bitches.
Yeah, that's whack. Well, let's talk some news. NFL news. There was a lot of it this week.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, a lot of player movement. Well, the one that really shook up the entire free agency, I had no idea this was so groundbreaking. I'm still shaking in this moment. The Ravens signed Melvin Gordon, 1-year deal, absolutely game changer.
Yeah, I mean, we had so many options. Like, why on earth would we want Dalvin Cook, who's a free agent, Ezekiel
Too much money.
Elliott, who's a free agent? Like, we don't. Why do we want like those guys when we can get Melvin Gordon, who literally got cut from the Broncos and like couldn't even get off the practice squad with the Chiefs? But that's
And
what we
who
want.
can't
That's what we
hold
do.
on to the ball.
Yeah,
I,
that too. We
I
can't
actually
forget.
I didn't understand that one either.
The fumble extraordinaire himself.
Yeah. So, nah, I don't know what we're doing with that. So, not the best move, but hopefully he's like our third, fourth string guy.
Yeah, I think it's a camp body move. So
Well, it looks like the whole thing with Dobbins, he's not progressing well. He's put on the pup list, so Gordon is to replace Dobbins. But I mean, what's your running back room looking like now? With that, I mean,
We
you
still
pretty much
got
have
Gus
what you have
Edwards.
last year. It's a constant competition.
Well, we still got Gus Edwards. So
Gus Bus.
yeah, the Gus bus, and we got Lamar Jackson. Who's also a running back.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
we straight, but I would have much rather like get like an explosive running back like Dalvin Cook, or it would have been like smart to get somebody like Zeke, who, if he can't do much, he can convert short yardage plays and short touchdowns. So that would
Yeah, and Well, to your point,
Pass
sorry I
block.
jumped in too soon. I kind of would like Zeke to go there too, only because he's not going to demand a big contract. Because he's on his last wheels. So you can do short yardage, you can do red zone with Lamar Jackson and whatever packages the offense can come up with. It seemed like, at least on paper, it would be a home run. Melvin Gordon seems like a liability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any running back that fumbles more than 3 times in a season is a liability. Like that is probably the equivalent of like throwing like 5 interceptions each. So it's like, bruh, no.
Well, speaking of liabilities, looks like the Giants are doing some work to cover for Saquon. Should that kind of go longer than it needs to? They signed Robinson and Cole Beasley to 1-year deals. I don't get the Cole Beasley signing only because hella slot receivers. So you sign another slot receiver. Sorry, receivers are fucking tiny. But okay, whatever. But yeah, James Robinson, Cole Beasley, 1-year deals for the Giants.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Beasley. Well, first of all, that's pretty much the only thing Daniel Jones can do is throw to slot receivers. It's like, hey, make an outside throw. He's like, no, I don't think so.
That's telling true. Hey, throw this outside. No, I don't think so. That is hella fun.
But also, Beasley has connections with Brian Dable because he was the guy in Buffalo those years back. So that makes sense. But like we've already the Giants aren't going to be good. So
Yeah,
fuck 'em.
basically. You know what? Let's talk about this running back situation. Well, I got time. This, at first I didn't want to talk about it.
Which part, like the position itself, or just like Saquon?
No deals being done, which is crazy. But then it's like it's not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like it's crazy, but it's not crazy because we already talked about early on this year where we said like, okay, like yeah, we're not going to pay like every willy nilly running back hella money because unfortunately the position is it's pretty expendable as much as you hate to use that word, but it's the truth. But then when you get into like impactful players like a Saquon, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, um, other running backs that make up that offensive identity, then it's like, okay, that's where the problem is, where it's like you can't just replace these people if you have a mediocre quarterback. It's like you don't even know if you have a quarterback, you know? So what do y'all think? Is going to happen with this market? Do you think it's going to, do you think at this point folks are just going to look for backs that could do it all, or, the days of the, just pure runner is over? What's up?
Well, for context, before we get too deep, I just want to let the people know that it's not so much millionaires complaining about millions, not quite. Because when you have a company that's progressing as well as the NFL and everyone's making money hand over fist, and you're just not properly paying positions in this case appropriately, it looks bad. I mean, since 2015, the salary cap has gone up over 80 mil. Every skill position has raised the tag price at least 1.2 mil, down to kickers and punters. Even their salary cap, their franchise tag value is up 1.3 mil. Running back is the only position, negative 0.9, so almost $1 million less. They somehow lost money from 2015 to 2023, which makes no sense. To compound that, because the running backs didn't get deals, you have top running backs coming out in support. CMC, Najee Harris, Eckler. You already said Derrick Henry, Hashmaster, Jonathan Taylor. They're all coming out and supporting Barkley, Jacobs in this case. Pollard, I'm going to assume in an act of solidarity, didn't do a move because why would you? That's almost crossing a picket line. So in retrospect, it does make sense that Pollard wouldn't do a deal either. But this all looks bad because it's all very damning. It's really. We
Yeah.
talked to me and Legendarius got into it last week. You're breaking your market. So we'll see how this goes going forward, but it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I agree. And for those kids out there playing running back, if you're not getting drafted in the first round, change your position. Because if you're going in the first round, at least you're probably going to be one of the top 3 paid people at your position before you play it down. So that's 14, 15 mil a season. And then they're probably going to like try to jip you out of something. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I personally don't like the rhetoric from the business side of like, oh well, you know, the successful teams in the Super Bowl, they have like low paying running backs. They don't have 1,000-yard receivers. You're completely ignoring the glaring fact that before the Super Bowl even happens, you have a full season of games plus playoffs. You were using star running backs in those positions the entire time.
Yep.
And then those star running backs got injured at some point, and then you had to replace, you had an oh shit moment as a coach or an office, and you found a lower contract body, and it worked out. Like what is
Yeah.
where that's the part that they're not talking about. They're not talking about, well, to get to the Super Bowl, we leaned on a superstar running back.
You want to know what else
All
is
right,
crazy?
stop it. What?
No.
Who's the last superstar running back that made the Super Bowl?
Marshawn Lynch.
It's 10 years ago.
Okay. No, okay. What? So other than Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, who's the highest paid quarterback or to win a Super Bowl? None.
I didn't say highest paid. I just said superstar. Like
I'm just saying.
a top five. Where is a top 5 running back in the Super Bowl? Like when's the last time that happened?
Joe Mixon, 2020.
Get the fuck out of here. Joe Mixon was not top 5.
Okay, well he's top 10. He had 13.
I didn't say top 10.
Yards. 1,300 yards. 10,
Hey, Dak Prescott's a top 10 quarterback. Nobody cares, bro. Top 5. You want that money? You want that money?
Joe Mixon counts. Joe Mixon was there.
He wasn't a top 5 running back.
That year he was.
In 2020?
You look it up. He had 1,400 rushing yards.
Okay.
1,400?
We're talking about 2 years ago. They were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Okay.
So 2 seasons ago, where we had Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, CMC was healthy 2 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago, Joe Mixon was top 5.
CMC was not healthy then. And Derrick Henry just got hurt. And then you had what? He was hurt. That was when he hurt his foot.
2021, Nick Chubb, number 3.
Nick Chubb.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon is number 3.
Nick Chubb is number 2.
Who's number 1?
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, remember that season he went ham.
Yeah,
he had that one high end, and then he got the
that was
ankle.
his rookie year. Okay.
Yeah, and plus, the reason why Jonathan Taylor didn't get his due because he had a fucking fuckhead at a quarterback by the name of Carson Wentz, who likes to turn over the ball when it comes to playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, which also got him kicked out of the Indianapolis Colts. Not his fault. So, thank you. I was correct.
Joe Mixon is not top 5.
He was that season.
Okay, just because he was that season doesn't mean he is. He got lucky that players got hurt. But like to say that Joe Mixon was better than Alvin Kamara is like no. He's never has been, never will be. In any season. Austin Eckler.
He was in 2021.
Austin Eckler never has been, never will be. In any season.
Very biased right
now. He got more rushing yards.
Joe Mixon is a good dual threat running back. Or was. But either way. Nah, man.
If you want to look at these top QB or these top running backs, Jonathan Taylor never sniffed the playoffs. Nick Chubb lost in the first round. Dalvin Cook lost in
the first round.
Oh, he won the first round? Didn't make the Super Bowl. Zeke, no Super Bowl. Henry, no Super Bowl. Eckler, no Super Bowl. Kamara, no Super Bowl. Like all these top running backs don't make they don't move the needle.
All right, so out of the 5 you mentioned, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry have made it to a conference title game. And it's up to their quarterback at the end.
Quarterback defensive play.
If it's up to the quarterback, You're making the point. The running back doesn't move the needle enough. If it's up to the quarterback at the end of the day, then why am I paying this running back? At the end of the day, you cannot carry me to the Super Bowl.
Well, same idea with wide receiver. Why pay a wide receiver? You just have to put your arms out and catch the ball, right? You're minimizing their position, so let's just minimize wide receiver. You just put your arms up and catch it, and then you go to the end zone. That's it.
Right. When was the last time
But let's start diminishing wide receivers.
a top five wide receiver won a Super Bowl?
Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
Mike
yeah,
Evans,
one.
maybe.
Mike Evans was not a top 5.
I mean,
he was the top 10, but not a top 5. See how I could do that?
I didn't. Do you see how I didn't argue with you about it? I was like, at least I give you real. I was like, all right, maybe he wasn't.
That's what it is.
Right.
You can snowball
Antonio
it.
Brown, motherfucker. Don't tell me he wasn't top 5.
He for sure was not top 5.
But I think the whole thing is like we can snowball this. Let's eliminate tight end. Let's eliminate wide. Let's eliminate fullback. You know what? This is what I'm. Well, fullback's pretty much eliminated. But that's what I'm saying. Like, let's just start cutting positions. Let's just go to flag football with tackling.
But the difference is with receivers, there's multiple receivers, and obviously the top ones, they are game changers. Like the top receivers, the past couple of seasons have made it to the Super Bowl. Jamar Chase, Super Bowl. He didn't win. Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I take it back.
Tyreek Hill. They do have the top wide receivers can get you there. The only one that's been fucking up is Devontae Adams.
Fuck it up.
Finally, the wait is over. DHop finally has a home. He finally has a home. The Titans. For context, I just want to review what he said he initially wanted when this whole thing began.
Ooh, that's a good question. I would have to say one of my favorite quarterbacks that I've been watching since he came in the league is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, he reminds me of an old school or of a new school Andrew Luck. And, I love Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts. Man, he's Houston kid, your dog Jalen. Number 3, who I would love to have a ball thrown, but Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Oof, number 4, I'm gonna have to go with. I gotta go with the underdog, man. The people, not a lot of people respect this guy, but as a throwing quarterback, Lamar Jackson, obviously, and number 5. Number 5, that's a good one. That's a good question. Number 5, Dak Prescott.
Five teams with requirements. DHop went out here and said, "This is what I want." Cool. I totally understand that. I totally get that. Leaving the Cardinals, you should be in a position to pretty much command what you want realistically, right? So why have us wait, DHop? Why have us wait this long? And I understand you want to pick your team, etc., compare and everything. Why have us wait this long, okay? You go through this whole journey and you say Titans, that's looking legit. Where else should I go? Patriots. Wow. Okay. So you already have us in a position of, wow, okay, kind of just pick a team already because neither one of these additions is going to really blow anyone away. You're going to go on the Pats. You're going to be fighting with Mac Jones because the dude doesn't know how to read the defense. You're going to go to the Titans, and you're not going to go to the Super Bowl because Ryan Tannehill doesn't put you over, and the defense always shits the bed in the second half of the season. And you have us wait this entire time after you already meet both teams, and you still pick the Titans. Oh, here's the best part. On a 2-year deal, and you're talking about money, and you settle for a $12 million base up to 15 with incentives. You know who's also getting 15 and not putting us through the ringer like you did? Odell Beckham Jr. Are you better than Odell Beckham Jr.? Some would say so. I would say so. But you will take your talents to the Titans where you're gonna what? Push them to 5-2 through 8 games. Oh wait, that's the same record they had last year, 5-2 through 7 games, excuse me. So what? You're not gonna. I don't understand. At what point are you putting the team over for what? I don't understand the idea of players coming in here every single time, and I blame LeBron for this. Ever since his decision, Bullstein press conference, it's just created this wave of players in all sports of this waiting game. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? This waiting game, and you have the media completely hanging themselves every single day trying to figure out where you're going to go. Just say where you want to go. Either way, it's probably not going to move the needle, right? If you're not going to my favorite team, no one cares. So just stop this decision stuff. DHop, stop it. Next guy to a team, stop it. You know where you want to go, just pick it. Or don't say anything and just put it out and then be done. Because this constant, where is he going to go? Just to go to a team that's not going to do a damn thing anyways, it's a waste of time. Thank you for my tech talk. Thank you. This has been Philthy Soapbox.
I agree, and it's just a joke. It's laughable. Like when you hear players that talk about, oh, I just want to play with the great quarterback. I want to win. It's like, no, you don't. You want to get paid.
Yeah, it's just like why lie? No one held DHop to the fire and said you have to pick top. Just don't. You don't even have to say that. You spend all that time in that clip alone trying to think of quarterbacks to good teams. What? Just say you want money, and that could have been a 5-second clip. And then everyone would have been like, well, if DHop just wants money, let's give him money. And I bet you get signed to a fatter contract way sooner instead of playing double dutch with Bill Belichick and Bill Belichick Jr. and Mike Vrabel, and you don't get shit. Oh, I'm sorry, you get a bunch of L's. Less L's than the Cardinals, but you still.
All right, it's week 3. You know what that means? That means AFC East, NFC East. All right, let's get it started with the team that is going to finish last, the Patriots. Their win total is 7.5. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I looked at the schedule. I crunched the numbers. They ain't even getting 7, bro. 6-11 for these Patriots.
Oh, really?
Yes. Sorry, Belichick. I don't believe in you. I don't believe in Mac Jones. You guys do not have the offensive pieces, and you got a tough as hell schedule and a tough division. It's gonna be a long season, and then obviously they're gonna be talking all season. Oh, is it time for Bill Belichick to get fired or to move on? All that. But 6-11 for the Patriots. That's what I'm saying.
Damn. Okay. Well, it makes a lot of sense, and that's the messed up thing. That's why I'm just like, dang. Like it might be time. And the thing that sucks is he's 19 wins away from from beating the all-time coach wins record. So, but the Patriots don't care. So let's put it this way. I'm gonna say that I'll agree. 6-11 sounds appropriate. I have zero faith in Mac Jones within the Patriot system. So
yeah. And just going off of him being that far away from the record, or that close to the record, it's like it's not like he's not going to coach anywhere else if he gets fired. So it's like if he gets fired, he can get the first opening that he wants. So he's going to get the record, whether he gets it with the Patriots or not. That's to be determined.
Well, I mean, do you think anybody would hire him?
Everybody would hire him.
Hell yeah!
Like what the fuck? Literally the best coach ever.
No. The reason why I'm asking that because it's legitimate concern, not just his age. It's literally like we're in a new era of football, right? Like he has shown no inclination that he's up to date. So if he's fired,
it's not his coaching that's a problem. It's his roster. If Bill Belichick I know, but if Belichick say he gets fired and then he's coaching the Vikings, they're automatically better. He's coaching the Bills, they're automatically better. He just has he created the roster and it worked for a while, but it's just like the roster sucks now and there's really no coming back from it. But if
all right,
you drop him on a bunch of teams, and they're just instantly better.
I get the logic. I'm just making sure, as in like, because I feel differently, but it's like, all right, if y'all feel that he would, he would make a team better, then, hey, good on you. So.
Well, and the Belichick mystique is exactly why I have my win totals different from yours. I have them at 8. I think they can pull proper upsets when I think they split some of these division games as well. And I just think it comes out to 8. Plus, I have to double down on my bold claim. Like the Jets got to bottom out, not the Pats.
Oh, speaking of the Jets, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
9.5 is their over under. Philthy said they're gonna bottom out. So how many wins are they getting?
I just got to. I had to stick with my bold claim. So I mean, if I got the Pats at 8, Jets, man, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is selling that team quite well, but that division is the division, and this schedule is not necessarily a rollover one either. They can give away some gimmies. I got them at 7.
Oh my!
You got them at 7.
Oh my! The Aaron Rodgers hate is real. I didn't know. I didn't think there was somebody that hated Aaron Rodgers more than Colin Cowherd, but it might be. It might be.
I wouldn't say hate. I just have never not ever picked him or talked about him favorably ever. So I think I've been consistent since day one.
I got you, but I mean the Jets won 7 games with Zach Wilson. Now
yeah,
7 with Aaron Rodgers. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I would give him. I'd say he's good for 2 extra games. So I put them at 9, but that's still 1 game above the Pats. But I want to stick with my bold claim. So 7 for the Jets. Prove me wrong, Rodgers. It's totally fine.
All right.
Okay.
Hashmaster.
I got them below 9.5. I got them at 9.
Oh.
So I got them at because I just now this is not a slight to last year's team. I'm just saying the AFC's gotten so much. It's the buzzsaw, And yes, Aaron Rodgers is still great. I just don't know how the Jets roster is going to match up with some of the top dogs in the AFC.
Sauce.
And some of the mid tier teams too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I could give them at 9 and 8.
All right, I got the Jets 10 wins. Y'all tripping? They're making the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson's gonna have a monster year, and 10 wins.
They might see that press conference Rodgers had. You see that press conference where he's talking about Garrett Wilson? He's like, it reminds me of another 17 I used to play with.
Yeah, corny.
Yeah, corny ass shit. Yeah.
I was like, good God, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Whose win total is at 9.5? We got the Dolphins. How we feel about the Dolphins, Hashmaster?
Now, Dolphins are slept on in this division. I think so. A healthy Tua means 10 wins. Easy. They were 8-3 or 8-5 with them last year. They sneak in at 9 and 8. I think a healthy Tua, they're good for one more win. Their defense is underrated. I'm not even going to talk about their offense. You have Jalen Ramsey, Vic Fangio, Holland, and Jalen Phillips. Not Nick Chubb, Bradley Chubb. Like that is dangerous. So I'm going Miami 10-7.
All right, I'm with you. I got Miami at 10-7 as well. Obviously, Tua's health is a question. They got a capable backup if he does get injured, which I imagine at some point he will. But still, Dolphins, they're 10-7. That's a solid season for them. Back in the play.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the Dolphins doing similar work. I think Fangio and Jalen Ramsey alone do a lot more for the win totals other than a healthy Tua. I got them at 11.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
Last but not least, the defending division champions. We got the Buffalo Bills. Their win total is at 10.5. And they're going over. I got 12-5 for the Bills. They're just too good. They've been together for a while. They got Von Miller coming back. They got a solid schedule. 12-5 for the Bills this season. How you feel about that, Philthy? Josh Allen, the Great White Hope.
Yeah, well, I do like the schedule. It is pretty nice given how that offense operates. Yeah, they're a powerhouse. It just comes down to execution. I was trying to originally see if the Vikings were on the schedule. I don't think they are, so I think they get lucky there. We'll see if they get past a little midseason slump or whatever happened last year where they were just giving away easy games. But I also have them at 11.
All right, Hashmaster Z, round this out.
All right. Well, I got the Bills over 10.5 with 11. I think personally, they could be a 12 to 13 win team, but well, like Philthy mentioned, there's always a midseason slump with that team where they just drop games that they shouldn't lose. So I'm gonna count on that again. And yeah, they'll be 11-6.
All right. That rounds out the AFC East. At least we all have. Well, actually, before we completely round out the AFC East. So there's a controversy. Y'all have Philthy. You have both the Dolphins and the Bills with 11 wins. So who's the division?
I have the Dolphins getting the tiebreaker and they take the division.
Oh,
taking a step back for the Bills, huh?
All right.
Like that.
Cats get fat, man.
Do they? Yeah, they do. You're right.
Yeah, they can.
All right, let's get on to the worst division in football without question.
Oh, Screw you.
I'm kidding. The NFC East. We already know who's getting last place in this division.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, actually, I think they're going to have a little competition for last place. But
I think so too.
Right now, just right off the bat, Washington. Their win total is 6.5. Philthy, you what you got for Washington?
Not only are they at 6.5 for their prediction, they also currently possibly don't have a name because they're gonna get changed, but they have a new owner. So hey, new horizon. He's really focused on the fan experience. So who knows what that means other than you're getting blacked out at Washington games. But you're gonna have to because you're in for a long ass season. I got them at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The defense looks nice. It's coming together. The offense is nice. I don't believe in the quarterback. What run game outside of the line? I don't believe in the secondary.
But they got Eric Bieniemy.
Woo! All right. Long bombs from Sam Howell for a 60-yard interception, return for a touchdown.
No.
Damn.
But like, no, you're right though. We're gonna see what if all the talk about Bieniemy, should he get a head coaching job, etc. I guess we're gonna see, right? Because you're gonna go away from your winning organization to a loser and try and make that a winner. So I get what Bieniemy's. I unfortunately he has to do this to get a head coaching job. But
yeah, I hated it.
You're in my division, bro. I am not gonna root for you that hard. Y'all fucked. 5 wins.
Yeah.
All right, Hashmaster Z.
I'm going to concur. I don't see Washington winning 6 games. I can see them winning 5. I mean 6 to 7. That's their ceiling.
Yeah.
But Sam Howell, I just don't see it in him. Like and then plus Chase Young, how healthy is he really? Do you need him? Like type of thing where it's like that defense is nasty on the front 7. Nasty. But it's Ron Rivera I never really was a huge fan of. So I think he's a lame duck coach.
I agree.
Seriously.
But y'all got too many wins for these guys. 3 wins.
Damn.
Oh damn! I thought I was being
Cleveland.
harsh.
I know. Like, I think 5 was the lowest I went.
This is. First of all, I'm calling this dude Sam Howe. Like, how the hell is this dude a starting QB? I'm not a believer. Looking at their schedule, I don't believe that they can beat anyone in their division except for like maybe split a game with the Giants. They're literally gonna lose like the last 10 weeks of the season. Like, they're the only games they can legitimately win in my like that I believe they could legitimately win is against the Cardinals, against the Bears, and then the Falcons.
Mm.
And
Mm.
that's being generous. So, sorry, 3 wins. Maybe you'll get a Drake May or what's the other dude? Caleb Williams. You need them.
Shit.
You need a real QB. Now let's
Yeah.
get on to these
Not
Giants.
Baker Mayfield Jr.
Right.
Seriously.
Right. Betting on all these like average quarterbacks and shit or below average. So,
Yep. Now we got the Giants, whose projected win total 7.5. That's taken a step backwards from last year already. You already have the Saquon Barkley issue. So, how we feel about these Giants, Hashmaster?
bro, like going into the season, I would have been like, oh yeah, Giants might win another 9, maybe 10 games. Now with the whole Barkley situation, how it's gotten so ugly, you know, I think it's gonna change the locker room a little bit because it's like, yeah, like we fuck with you, Daniel, you're good and everything, but it's like our leader's not here because our front office wanted to pay you $40 million a year. So with Saquon Barkley, it's probably going to be they'll sneak in a few wins, but I think they're going to be a 6-win team. They're a 6 to 7-win team, so I'm gonna give them 6-11. I'm going the low.
All right. I'm with you. 6 wins for the Giants. I feel like they got really lucky last year. Daniel Jones is going to take a step back in my belief. Obviously, you got the Saquon issue. 6-11 Giants. I don't know why they decided to give Daniel Jones the bag, but now they're gonna eat it for the next.
Right. And now I will say, if Saquon does play, like play, I'll increase that total to 2, so there'll be 8 wins. but we'll see. But I just think Daniel Jones is not that guy at all. 6-11. So
Philthy.
For a lot of how I felt going into this was Hashmaster touched upon. I thought they were originally going to be a problem, assuming all personnel were coming back. The Saquon thing changes everything. I think this adds pressure to Daniel Jones because the organization chose up over you. So you obviously have to come to consistently, whether Saquon comes back or not. This whole thing, you're kind of at the crux of this. The defense is pretty solid. I do like Dexter Lawrence. They did invest in the secondary, so I don't think it's going to be a complete like dumpster fire situation. But they really do have a tough schedule, to be honest. I mean, I saw 3 games they could outright win. Other than that, I think it comes down to like style of play and other X factors. So I have them at 6. I have them at 6.
okay.
All right. Let's get to it. Let's talk about America's team. America's overrated, overhyped, overcovered team.
You mean
Oh,
the
Legendarius, what was your Giants prediction? I missed it.
I said 6 wins for the Giants
6.
as well.
Oh wow, we're all on 6. Tight.
Yeah.
We're not on 10 yet, but we're on 6.
All right. Shit. All right. So let's talk about America's team. Overrated, overhyped, overcovered. Dallas Cowboys. Their win total is at 9.5. I want to hear what the Cowboys fans have to say. Philthy, how many wins are these Cowboys getting?
I think the audience is about to see again the duality of the Cowboys fan base right here, because I just, as much as I want to go up and above and I think they're just gonna smash it, man, I just don't see it. There are a lot of too much turnaround. I think the Mike McCarthy deal, I think that really shifts the identity of the offense for sure. How are we running the ball without, valuable running backs? I mean, Pollard for sure. He will one injury away with Pollard. He's coming back from injury. So what happens after that? Oh yeah, Ronald Jones, my guy. But I'm just saying, like, the offense, it's not really, and given the schedule too. I mean, it's tough. I mean, come on, Pats and Niners back to back. That's work for Dak, and I want to be positive, and it's just like, man, these guys are gonna go 12, 13 wins. I don't know. Nah, I do think they're gonna go over. I'll be soft. I'll say soft and say 10. But man, I want to see it and I want to give them more, but I just can't. I guess I'll pay attention in the preseason, right? I just can't see it. I'm sticking at 10. The defense is going to be the defense, but I think the way the team's constructed, the offense has to be able to put us over, and I don't think it will.
Okay. All right. Fine. That's fair. That's the fairest thing you've said. But it's like, God damn, that was a lot of fear. That was a lot of fear mongering coming out from you, man. Oh, the Pats and the Niners. Shut up, Pats and Niners. We ain't scared about no Pats. Look, get out. All right. Look, I'm not gonna say
we may not be scared, but is Dak? I'm just saying.
Look,
come
you
on,
heard what Dak said. He's not throwing for 10 interceptions.
You're right. It's gonna be 12. I already put the bet in.
I got it at 11 actually. But it was like, bro, you're not. It was like, it's okay to, like, throw picks. Just don't lead the league in picks. So anyway, I know it may not be my turn yet, but I'm just hopping in. I got the Cowboys winning 11 games. They already have back-to-back 12-win seasons. I will say Philthy made a good point about Mike McCarthy. It's like, all right, bro, like, okay, you're calling the shots and you say you want to run the ball more and score points. And it's like, all right, well, like, okay, then do it. I don't know.
I mean, consider this stretch, Hassmaster. Consider this stretch. Seahawks, Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions. Come on. And that's to close out the season. You got the Commanders right after that. But it's like, come on. I'm not going to bank on W's in that stretch.
No.
I can't.
If we split that during that stretch, we'll be okay. But I just think like, yeah, I mean, it is murderer's row, low key. But it's like, okay, we have Brandon Cooks, deep threat. CeeDee Lamb, still evolving. Tony Pollard, if he's healthy, that is the explosive back that Dak needs to be at his best. And then you have Deuce Vaughn, Ronald Jones in the backfield. I have faith in at least Deuce Vaughn.
I wish I could have faith in Jerry Jones fixing Zach Martin's shit so I know he's okay on the line. What do we? That's what I mean. We have too many pieces right here, and I can't thump my chest talking about 12 wins in a postseason run. Fuck. Is Zach Martin gonna play? I don't know.
Well, I'm not saying anything about no postseason run. My rule about the Cowboys is the same as the Sixers. Until you get out of the second round, then I'll believe. But for now, 11-6. Legendarius, what's up?
10 wins. You're lucky I'm giving you that.
Like, you'd be.
Oh, we're lucky we got blessed by a Ravens fan.
Yeah. You're lucky I'm giving you that because you're in this weak-ass division where you just get 4 wins handed to you with the Giants and Washington.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, 4 wins just handed to you every season.
Y'all play against the fucking Browns. Get out of here.
How many wins do you have the Browns winning? Huh? Y'all play against the Browns. Y'all play against the Browns, guys. You said the Browns winning 10 games. Shut the fuck up. We play real teams out here. Not the Commanders, not the Giants. So y'all get 4
Hey,
wins.
the Giants won a playoff game last year.
Oh my god.
Those Giants games are not even gimmies because that's the thing with these division games. They will find a way to just screw the pooch. We see that all the time with at least with the East. They just find ways to fuck it up. I don't get it. Like last season, Washington runs all up Philly's ass and they just can't figure it out, but they're in the Super Bowl. Like this is just how that division goes. They just have answers for each other and they just get stuck on stupid.
I mean, the Cowboys dogged the Giants and Washington last year. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, y'all got easy games, bro. Yeah, you get Carolina, but outside of that, you get the Cardinals. Like you just gifted wins. That's already. So I said 4. That already puts you at 6, and then you got 3 wins to get from there. I'm sure you can beat the Patriots or something. Maybe one of the LA teams. So I'll give you guys 10 wins, but you're gonna lose in the first round, and then it'll be Dak's fault again, and then we're here the same story over and over again. Mike McCarthy will come up with some BS. He'll complain about his clock management. Like it's it's same old story with the Cowboys. Free CeeDee Lamb, bro. Let him go play with the winner, with the real quarterback.
Shit.
What other quarterbacks you hear saying?
Action, though. I can't
what other
wait.
quarterbacks you hear saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna be turning the ball over that much this year, guys. I promise." What other quarterbacks you hear saying that?
I think they all say that, just not out loud.
Exactly. Like that's what
I know Andy
nobody.
Dalton said that shit. I know he said that shit.
Hey, Cowboys Nation, I just want you guys to know that this year I will not turn the ball over that much, okay?
I know Carson Palmer said that shit.
Carson Palmer.
God.
I know Nathan Peterman said that shit. Like all these bums say that shit. They just don't go on a platform and say it out loud.
Yeah. Bums. So is Dak a bum?
How does this affect Jerry Jones' legs? Oh my god.
Let's talk about the real threat in the NFC. The best team in the NFC by far, the Eagles, who got the win total at 11.5 games. I want to hear I want to hear from Philthy first, because Hashmaster Z is a hater. Philthy, how many wins these Eagles getting?
Have I not been a vocal enough hater of the Eagles? I hate this team the most in this division.
Legendary.
Because they're better than you.
Biggest Philly hater.
Because they're better than you, though.
Fuck Philly. I got Philly at 0 wins. How about that?
That's a bold claim.
0-17.
0-17.
Right.
They need a quarterback. They're drafting Caleb Williams.
The way this team is built, I think they made a mistake letting go of Hargrave, but we'll see how Jalen Carter does, right? I think they're gonna experience a bit of a dip. I think all these teams that are okay with letting their backs go and they're gonna go with who's who of $1 million running backs, I think we're gonna start seeing some detriment there. And I would love for that to happen with Philly. And but I mean they're the top team for a reason. They're good. The offense makes football look easy. It's fine. I'm just gonna keep them at 11. Oh wait, well 11.5. So yeah, fuck it, 11.
All right. Hashmaster Z.
Because this team can be had. I'm sorry, this team can be had. All you have to do is run the ball right up the gut in the fucking nose. That's all you have to do. Because all the teams that had success on the ground, I mean, all the teams that had success against Philly, it was on the ground, up the gut. Run the ball up the asshole. You're okay. I don't think teams are going to do that. They're still going to find ways to be scared and play away from that style. So that's why, I mean, they're still probably going to take the division again. But fuck that. Run the ball up the gut. Fuck these birds.
Birds of prey or birds are gay. But I'm gonna go. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go 12-5. I think that's like a slight step down from last year. I don't think they're gonna repeat 14 wins. That's like insane. So 12-5, that's fair. Um, I think the thing that Philly has going for it, which makes them very dangerous, is the fact that they have depth. So, like, not just depth as in like, oh yeah, we have just camp bodies coming at you. It's like, no, like a lot of these folks are solid role players or could be starters for other teams. Um, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with DeAndre Swift on that team. So it's just I think Jalen Hurts works hard enough, you know, to improve. So you know, I'm just penciling them to win the division again. So, like I said, until I see the Dallas Cowboys make a deep playoff run, it's going to be Philly's division.
Yes, indeed. It is Philly's division. 13-4. They ain't
A
losing.
one game like off.
Yeah. They I mean, they're going 6-0 against their division rivals, so
No, they're not.
you got
Because
that.
they didn't last year.
You got that.
Crazy you
That
would
was
say that when
last
they
year.
got absolutely trampled by Washington.
Wasn't
No, they got trampled by us.
That too.
you,
And Houston.
Stop
But they
it.
ended up
Stop
winning.
it. Stop it. Gardner Minshew played that game. Don't act like y'all did anything.
Okay.
Gardner
You still lost.
We did. We got a W. What are you talking
Oh
about?
my God.
Lost.
Okay. Jalen Hurts owns you guys, and he'll own you again and again and again and again. 6-0. 6-0.
He's never played well against us. Never.
He hasn't.
Interesting. So you guys lost 26-17. Oh, that's what it was. You had Cooper Rush.
Oh
But
yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, it was during that stretch.
Jalen Hurts did have 2 touchdowns. So it wasn't really a bad game. It wasn't a bad game, you know. 155 yards. Actually, yeah, that's not great.
That's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Never played great.
20-0. Or 20-3 in the second quarter, all right? And then they just took their foot off the gas. They're like, all right, let's just play hard for 1 quarter and get out of here. And that's what they did. Anyways, that'll wrap up our division. So we all have the Eagles winning the division, though, right? I want to hear that. I want to hear my Cowboys fans just concede defeat before the season even starts.
It's not conceding defeat.
I'll admit it. I have the Cowboys not coming out the division.
It's a prediction. Anything can change. But as of now, yes, it's Philly's division until I see different.
All right, Skip Bayless.
It's my turn. Shout out to your boy. Hire me. Anyway.
Oh, God.
That'll be a shit show.
All right, that is going to be a wrap for episode 23. Michael Jordan would be proud. And next week, we going to talk the West, the best divisions, AFC West, NFC West. So you got to tune in for that. And we going to have a special guest as well. So until then, like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. We'll be back next week. Peace.
Late.